Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, bringing you the continuation of the Necromancers Abyss in my Castlevania Night Difficulty video walkthrough. And this is the end of Chapter 11 for anybody wondering who didn't catch the last video. And it pertains to the exact same kind of stuff we were doing there. We're going to be dodging the one-hit killing ghosts, we're going to be jumping through teleporters, doing a bit of bullshit platforming, and then finally reaching the last Lord of Shadow and the last chapter of the game. This is the second attempt at this fucking commentary because for some reason I'm just having all the troubles in the world with this audio software, and I don't know if it's my laptop's USBs burning out on me or my laptop just crapping out or what, but yeah, I'm not having the best of luck recently, which is really starting to suck some dick. So what I've got to try and do now is remember what I talked about last time and reiterate the points that I made in that video. So because I've been talking a lot about Castlevania in the last one and the one before, I'm going to talk about something different, and I'm going to talk about something that happened today. And I was finally able to renew my account on the PlayStation Network, change my password and actually get on PSN. And I was finally able to play the Call of Duty 4 that I bought for it and the Modern Warfare 2. And it was a bit of an interesting experience, I'll say that much. And to start things off, I didn't have the volume on the TV. I was listening to a podcast, so I wasn't, trying to be really, really good or anything. I wanted to mess about. I wanted to just, take it in for what it was and see how I'd handle the pad, because the PlayStation pad is a decent controller, but for Call of Duty and stuff, it just doesn't feel natural to me. And I also wanted to mess about with some silly sensitivities, so I cranked my sensitivity up really, really high, and I just wanted to see how well I did and see what the experience was like compared to the Xbox, which I've played, numerous times. And I started with Call of Duty 4, and it was interesting. I had a lot of fun with it. I was starting a fresh character, so I had to use, the standard weapons, and I was playing okay. The pad itself, I kept running into problems with it. Like, I hate the triggers on the PlayStation 3 pad. Them spongy R2 and L2 bullshits, I hate them. And for some reason, they're the ones that change your grenades, throw grenades, and that just felt really unnatural compared to the bumpers of the Xbox. And things like when you had to call in your UAV and things, moving from where the analog is to the D-pad felt really contrived compared to the Xbox. Even though it's just a mirrored movement, it just wasn't natural at all to me, and I kind of struggled with that stuff. I did have one really, really good game, which was a domination on block, and I went 34-2, and I got like a 23 kill streak because I got behind the entire team who were all sniping and just went on a tear with my knife. It was quite a knife party, and I enjoyed it. But I wasn't recording because I wasn't expecting to get any good gameplays, and that's how it works sometimes. But this boss here, this Necromancer, is the same as the last one, but he's a little bit more aggressive, and his pattern's a little different. The easiest way to kill him is to go into the light magic, do the double jump to stun him, and then hit him with the gauntlet to do massive damage. If you do this a couple times, he'll die, he'll have no trouble, and this fight will be over before it's even begun, really, because it's that simple. It's massively overpowered, so abuse it. But the high sensitivity as well was definitely throwing me off, because I usually play on a 3, which is high enough and low enough that I've got full control at most ranges, and I do like it, but I was on something like 7 or 8, and the movement, don't get me wrong, I'm loving the speedy movement. It feels nice, and the ability to look up and throw a grenade in a second is really cool. And if you get shot in the back, you can spin around and sometimes defend it. But at long range, when you're using an M16 with a red dot sight, I felt like I was trying to tame a dragon or something. It was weird. I was trying to make a snake go erect. It felt really unnatural, and I struggled a lot with it. Once I did get the red dots and the stuff for the weapons I was using, I had a lot of fun. Another bullshit thing I ran into, though, is there's a lot of modded lobbies on PlayStation Network, it would appear. I've come across a few on Xbox, but there was a lot that I got dropped into. And I got dropped into one of the ones where the guy that had made the lobby changed the message of the day to his YouTube link, and he changed all my fucking classes to his name in these multicoloured things, which really pissed me off. So whoever that guy is, I hope he dies in a fiery tomb. But I ended up turning it off in the end, because I ran into a bit of connection problems with it. I was getting a couple of 3 bars, and unlike on the Xbox, for whatever reason, I don't know how the servers work, I don't know how the connection works, but my bullets weren't registering. And when I get a drop on some guy and I'm using a good gun and I shoot him in the face 5 times and he kills me, that's too much for me to handle. That is a slight on my pride, and it makes me mad. And I was going to throw the fucking pad, so I turned it off to save the frustration, and I decided to run with Modern Warfare 2 instead. And that was really interesting. The first thing I will say is I hated pretty much every single minute of playing Modern Warfare 2 on the PS3, and I don't think it's because it was the PS3, I just think it was one of those things. I threw my sensitivity up high on that as well. The controller wasn't so much of a problem this time because I was a little bit used to it, but the fucking pre-made classes that you start on that game before you can create your own are garbage. One of them is a UMP without stopping power and a holographic sight, and it's just absolutely garbage. And every game I got in, I was on a bad connection for some reason. Every single one, I'd get the jump on a guy, I'd shoot at him, none of the bullets would register, and he'd kill me. And I had about maybe 4 or 5 games, and I hated every single one of them. They were all team deathmatch as well, because I couldn't get into Demolition or any of the games I like to play, because I was too low a level, and it was just... It was awful. It was really awful. Like, people were camping up a storm, it was just not coordinated at all, full of quickscopers, just a terrible, terrible experience, and I really didn't like it. I ended up turning it off, and I can honestly say that unless I play with maybe just subscribers or something like that, I don't think I'll ever go on Modern Warfare 2 on the PlayStation 3 ever again, because I had that bad an experience with it. I really did not think it was fun whatsoever, and the lag is unbearable. I don't know where it's come from, I don't know why. It could be my end, no idea, but really didn't like it. And then afterwards, I put Black Ops on the Xbox 360, and it just reminded me of how much I prefer the Xbox pad, how much I've become, accustomed to it, and how everything just feels right. And I felt accurate, I felt on target, I felt sharp, and something I didn't with the other controller, which is a shame, because it's just one of those things. And it's not like I'm this anti-Sony guy, because I've had a PlayStation, I've had a PlayStation 2, and I've got a PlayStation 3, and I'm familiar with the pad, I just couldn't use it. But that's the end of this level. I'll see you in the next one, which is the final Lord of Shadow, and coming close to the end of this guide and this game. So thanks for supporting me if you're watching this video, thanks for subscribing if you're new, and you take care now.